Planet Dolan.
From public wanking to outright getting caught banging, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about getting caught breaking the rules in school. I'm Pringle The One, and today I'll be your narrator. So sit down and have a blast. Number 10 was submitted by Public Wanker. My friend Nixium had a stiffy that just wouldn't go away for 30 minutes. I heard him say,
"Oh, fuck it."
And he went to the bathroom, took a giant shit, and rubbed one out. His principal looked over the stall trying to find him because he left class without telling the teacher why. And unfortunately, she nearly got a face full of cum. Nixium was so fucking stupid in high school. It's a shame he died since then. R.I.P. Nixium. R.I.P. Number 9 was submitted by Lazarite, Elsium's classmate. I will never forget when we were in math class and Dagup asked if he could use the toilet, but the teacher wouldn't let him. So he said, "Please, come on, I have to poop. You're not gonna let me poop? You want me to shit myself?" But the teacher still refused to let him. So in response, he went to the teacher's desk, pulled down his pants, and started shaking his bare ass in the teacher's face. And I mean, like really grinding his ass practically on him. That was talked about on the school grounds for ages. Number 8 was submitted by FlowerWithinTheEmber. This one time, Dolan got caught banging in the restroom. Funny thing is, when he was called into the principal's office, he managed to convince them that they were just having a smoke, and his girl thought it would be funny to make sex sounds. They got suspended for 3 days for trying to smoke on school property. Bastard managed to get laid, and he got a 5-day weekend. You go, Dolan, you go, but not for the wrong reasons. Number 7 was submitted by Soundphase. When Slaptham was in 2nd grade, he was using the school's female restroom. See, he had a habit of stripping down and squatting on the toilet when he pooped. Then a few girls came in. You know how some little kids like to peek under the gaps between the stalls? Well, this girl 2 stalls to the right of his peeked down and saw all of his clothes on the floor, and then the girl said, "Who left these here?" Ham was shocked and terrified. So he just sat there without saying a word. Scared, not knowing what to do, the girls finished and ran to the teacher, and they told her everything. He got into a lot of trouble and was super embarrassed. Number 6 was submitted by Dragon Rampage 117. Well, on the account of being a spirit, Ghost Toast never really got caught very often. The only time he did was when he was using his phone in math class. He was watching anime by putting his phone on his tendril in such a way that it looked like he was concentrating extra hard on a problem. But since he was in the same position the whole time, his teacher got suspicious and looked under the table. The worst part is that they thought he was watching porn, but he wasn't that stupid. Come on now, he's not a ghost for nothing. Number 5 was submitted by Kevin Harp's friend. Dolan's bro was great at getting past the school's website filters, so naturally used his skills to watch porn all the time. Normally he managed to get away with it, but one time a teacher asked him to look something up, and he forgot he had porn on the page. So when he opened his browser, our teacher got an eye full of a teenager being fucked. It was classy. Number 4 was submitted by Ecokids. So Tolop found some spray paints in his garage, and this gave him a great idea. Why not vandalize the school? Great choice. On the weekend, he broke into his school, climbed on top of the roof, and painted a massive penis. His goal was for it to be seen on Google Earth. Not being satisfied with that, he then walked around and drew cocks and balls all over the place. Finally, on Monday, it was addressed to the school that it had been vandalized with genitals. Tolop was laughing his ass off right in front of his teacher. About 2 hours later, he was called up to the principal's office. At this point, he knew he was in some deep shit. The police came and interviewed him. He was grounded for 10 weeks and charged $1,200 for the cleanup. Number 3 was submitted by Urheart. Well, she didn't actually do anything, but when Melissa was still in school, she was called into the principal's office and asked, "What have you done?" She just sat there completely confused. "What were you doing with your laptop in the gym?" Melissa told the principal that whatever it was, she was completely innocent. Her laptop was in the shop at the time. Eventually, he realized that he had the wrong person and apologized profusely. Later on, her friend from the student council came up to her and asked how bad it was. She pointed out that the principal was wrong, and her friend said, "Oh, he must have assumed it was you because you're so good at computers. It didn't sound like you to sell porn to the young kids." Number 2 was submitted by Slaughtrerteddy. The worst thing that ever happened to Doopy is while she was walking around the school with her friends, then all of a sudden, she accidentally tripped and sprained her ankle really bad. It hurt like hell. She then proceeded to say something like,
"Ow, fuckity, fuck, shit, it fucking hurts. Ow, fuck, it's like fucking stubbing my fucking pinky toe."
and many more unsavory things. She got 3 weeks of detention and later noted that she guessed her instincts took over and her mind decided to bust out of her mouth.
Number 1 was submitted by Pringle himself. Don't mind me, I just decided to appear in the video real quick. See ya!
I was in 10th grade and it was an English class. The English teacher was going over some Shakespearean novels. They were really boring. Boring to the point where I fell asleep. Well, I fell in such a deep sleep that I ended up snoring. And as soon as I woke up from my own snore, I farted. The teacher got pissed at me and he was like, "Pringle, stop doing that. Stay up in class and go to sleep at night." And I told him, "I will, teacher, I will." The next day, I did the exact same thing. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's a crime you actually managed to get away with? Let us know on the Reddit page link below and you might be featured in a future countdown. Take care, everybody. Much love and appreciation. Peace.
Parents for an entire week, and my sister was staying at a friend's house. I grabbed one of my knives and I walked into my kitchen to find it empty. I searched my parents' room and the rest of the house, yet I didn't find any signs of anyone.